Watching. Today we're going to show you how to design the Coring Lab as designed for Cindy Gould's 6th grade science class at Skyview Middle School in Leominster, Massachusetts. You need a couple of materials for this lab. The first material is going to be clay. Clay can be bought at any store, pretty much. Second material is going to be ash. Ash we got from a fireplace at home. And lastly, you're going to need charcoal. Charcoal is a little bit harder to come by because it needs to be ground finely. For our purposes, we took lump charcoal and ground it up through a variety of methods, but you can also buy it online as activated carbon. So the first step is to take hunks of your clay and make a flat uniform layer on the bottom of the pan. After you've completed that, we're going to start building our layers. The first layer is going to be ash. Spritzing the layers with water can help keep dust down. After the layer is spritzed, compact it with your hand so that the next layer can be built up on top. The next layer is going to be charcoal. The charcoal layer needs to be applied much thicker than you would expect it needs to because it is a much finer powder. When building this layer, because it is such a fine powder, you cannot use water because the water won't absorb into the charcoal. You have to very, very carefully compact it together. At this point in the construction process, you should be able to feel how thin this charcoal layer really is. For that to show up on the core sample, you're really going to need to lay it on thick. It's important to get a uniform layer all the way around and not just at the top of the volcano. Next layer is going to be a layer of ash again. Be very careful with this layer not to disrupt the previous layer of charcoal. Start by building a ring of ash at the bottom of the volcano and then slowly layering it up. Pouring from the top will make the ash fall down to the bottom of the volcano and you won't get a visible layer. As we did last time, spritz your layer with water. And then compact it. Compacting this layer will also help to compact the charcoal layer. Two more layers to go. We're halfway there. The next layer is going to be charcoal. Which once again we have to take extreme care to make a nice even. Once again, we don't want to add water to this layer. The last layer is going to be a layer of ash, so once again, build up a boundary layer on the bottom. And then build up towards the top. You don't have to keep it wet after building it. You can let it dry out. For when we went into the classroom, we used clear plastic straws as the coring tool. In this case, we are going to be using a pipette that we cut the end off of, just anything that's going to be clear and cylindrical with a thin wall. So, the technique is to come in perpendicular to the edge of the wall and twist as you go in, all the way to the bottom until you hit the clay. The clay, make sure that you don't destroy the volcano when you come in. As you can see, we've got distinct layers of ash, charcoal, ash, charcoal. Sometimes, if students don't push all the way down, they won't get a second layer of ash on the bottom, as you can see here. Other ways to design this volcano would be with 100% ash or 100% charcoal. These would be respectively cinder cone and shield volcanoes. And core samples are taken the exact same way. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Have fun in class.